amateur radio operators. Good evening, and welcome to the Crooked River. Boy, I got to get out of that habit. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club's Tuesday night VHF net. Name here is Pat. Call sign is November 8 Oscar, Quebec Papa. But for the purposes of this net, we'll be using a club called Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in, including people that are not in our club. And if you have the privileges, you can check into our net as far as technicians, whatever. Traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in here at any time, we ask that you try to leave a little bit of a pause between transmissions so that that type of transmission can get into us. This net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, to keep club members and the amateur radio public up to date with our club meetings and happenings, and to enhance the net operating practice. This net meets every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. local time. Start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from anybody that has announcements at the beginning of the want to get them into the beginning of the net, and also for any announcements of information of a general interest to our net also. Once that's complete, I'll ask for regular check-ins, at which time I ask that you give me your call sign, repeat it phonetically, and then give me your name. Now check-ins are completed, I will close the net after repeating the announcements and doing one final call for check-ins. As far as the announcements, I have a couple. First of all, the next meeting of our club, Crooked River Amateur Radio Club, will be a week from tomorrow night, which is the 19th. And that presentation will be the Rocket Girl. This girl has integrated amateur radio and rocketry, and she loves doing both. And she's quite a presentation when you get to see her. There's a surprising amount of information you'll gain from these or from that. She also told me that she's got some new information and stuff that she'll be bringing with her that should make it a pretty interesting evening. Once again, that'll be at 7:30 at the Oak Hill Presbyterian Church, 2406 Hardwell, ARDWELL, in Akron. If you know the area of where East Market Street comes into 91, it's within about a block of there. Break. Other thing, there's a couple of Skywarn things coming up. Skywarn in March is I believe the whole month is Skywarn or Severe Weather Awareness Month. They usually do these in March, probably somewhere around mid-March. You'll hear the sirens going off at about 9:50 on a Wednesday morning. That will be in participation with the severe storm awareness. Marty and I will be doing a presentation The first meeting of that month, which, let me look to see what the date is here. Looks like it will be the 5th of March. We'll be doing a presentation on net protocols, what you should know, what you shouldn't know, that kind of stuff, as far as being able to check into our local nets. Then coming up in April, let me break. Coming up in April, we have the actual NWS Skywarn presentation that's coming to our county. That will be given by the NWS. It will be at the Akron Red Cross in their meeting room. The Crooked River Amateur Radio Club is going to do their meeting there. It will more or less just be. We'll probably talk privately once everything is done, but we'll be all meeting there for that presentation. I'm trying to think. I think that's the that particular Skywarn meeting is the 16th of April, and it starts at 6 p.m. You need to go to sumcoaries.org to sign up for that, and they are asking that you sign up so that they can bring enough material to hand out. I believe that's all the announcements that I've got. I think there's maybe one or two general interest announcements out there, so I'm going to yield the floor to that. If you have an announcement you'd like at the beginning of our net, please call W8CRC.
ESA.
ESA, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is KABSA. I am back in the net control seat. My announcement for the net is the 13th is my 60th birthday. So either I can take over or you can keep going.
If you want to, go ahead. I'll yield.
Okay, any other announcements for the net tonight? Please call Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie. Marty, are you there? I think you had something for us tonight. Okay. Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie.
Oh, Pat did it. Thanks, KTNOV.
Okay, super. Let me scroll down my page here and see if I can come up with a trivia question for tonight. In the meantime, let's see, I did that one last week. Is there any other announcements for the net?
No announcements, but early check-in. I'm going to be terminating here shortly. K8HNK Mobile. I'll be in and out tonight.
All right, thank you there, Elmer. Let me add you in the log. K8HNK, and you're in and out. Got you. All right, so we'll go ahead and take it from there since there's no other announcements. All right, I have a trivia question. We have a reigning winner twice in a row. He was the only one who got it right. So, the trivia question is, this ham's name is probably known to jazz fans, but it's also known, we all know his cute red-haired daughter from many movies such as 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club. His name is Bob, and his call sign is K6YBV. Who do you think his daughter is? Ali Sheedy. Molly B would be Molly Ringwald. C is Havart. Don't pass that. mess with that first name, or last is Morris, and D is Annie Potts. All right, let's go ahead and take check-ins. Go ahead, please.
KB8PRK.
K88GKG, John in Akron.
NH, Mark in Akron, in and out.
Okay, I got KB8PRK and K88GKG and N8HNH. You were in and out. Anyone else? Go ahead.
It was N8NH, not HNH.
Yeah, I knew that. I wrote it down the right way. See, look, I'm holding it up to the microphone. Can you see it? All right. One more check-in, please. All right, hearing none. Ted, we'll go ahead and let you take the floor. KB8PRK. How are you tonight, Ted? And your answer for the trivia question.
Hello, Keith, Pat, and everybody else out there. KB8PRK here. Yeah, just got bummed out watching the weather forecast for the upcoming week, and it looks like this weekend is going to be a complete mess, and they're not even sure how much snow we're going to get on Sunday. They were going from 4 inches to 8 inches, and then Monday we got an Arctic blast coming in, down to 7 degrees and a high of 16 for Monday. Where the hell is spring at? I mean, we're only a couple weeks away from March. Come on. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I'll be glad when we get our first 65-degree day. As far as the trivia, I'm going to pass on it because I don't have a clue. I don't get into the Hollywood garbage. So I'll just pass on that. Back to you there, Keith. KB8PRK.
Okay, very good, Ted. May I remind you, this is Ohio. Don't say anything else on that matter. All right, John, K88GKG. Go ahead, please. Or is it K8? I think it's K8, isn't it?
Good evening, Keith, and hello to everyone on the net. No, it's Kilo Alpha 8, K88GKG. Everybody has trouble. I would like to change it, but everything I want to change it to that I've thought up so far is already taken. So I've kept my original call sign that I got back in 1978. Oh, let's see. Well, talking about snow, I worked a station in Virginia today, and they were just getting pounded with snow. And the guy talked to me, he's already shoveled the snow once, and after he's going to wait a couple hours and go do it again. It's rare for them to get that much. But anyway, let's see. I had a good afternoon in the radio room, and I worked a couple East Coast stations on HF, and that's about all I did today. I was going to say to you, I'll break here, and then I got a couple of things for you, Keith. I was going to say happy birthday. I didn't realize you were the age you are. I guess after next week I'll have to call you the old buzzard. Let's see. Okay. Trivia. Molly Ringworm. I forget what number that is, but that's my answer for the trivia question. So I'll toss it back to net control, and doing a great job. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you next time I see you. W8CRC from KAGKG.
Very good, John. Just remember, there's one old feller out here that's older than I am, and he started the net for us. Not to mention any names. All right, this is Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie with the Tuesday night Crooked River Amateur Radio Club, looking for check-ins to our net. Go ahead now, please.
Kilo Echo 8 Lima Romeo Kilo George and Akron.
All right. Kilo Echo 8 Lima. You don't have to give me the last. I wasn't writing that fast.
Gotcha. It's Kilo Echo 8 Lima Romeo Kilo.
All right, George, I got you. Stand by. Anyone else wishing to check in?
Whiskey Delta 8 Bravo Quebec Sierra Steve Cocca Falls.
All right, Steve, got you. Next, please.
8RKA.
Okay, Artie, got you in there. And 8RKA. Next, please.
QP with a recheck.
Okay, we'll go ahead and let Pat. Go ahead, Pat, and 80QP.
We have two additionals if you want them. Both are listening in the background and on a radio upstairs.
Oh, sure. How to make them do it themselves, though.
K8FKO is in the background, and K8CSQ is upstairs. She said, FKO said she's got a mouthful of food, so she didn't want to check in that way.
All right, George, go ahead and take a KE8LRK. You're next.
Hello, everybody. I hope everything's going well for everybody this evening. Just got back from DX, getting more toys for the shack here. Really nothing else going on here. With regard to the trivia, I'm going to go with Miss Ringwald. I'm old enough and young enough yet to remember that, I think. Nothing else going on here. I would like a signal report on my mic, if you don't mind having that new desk mic I'm checking out here. How are you receiving me there, Keith?
Sounding fine. Your audio could come up just a little bit, but other than that, it sounds good to me.
Okay, many thanks. I appreciate that. I'll give it back to you at this point. It's K8LRK, clear.
All right, let me read the trivia question. This ham is probably known to jazz fans, but we all know his cute red-haired daughter from our many movies such as 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club. His name is Bob, and his call sign is K6YBV. Who do you think his daughter is? A. Ali Sheedy, B. Molly Ringwald, C. Haviland Morris, I think I pronounced her name right, Morris, M-O-R-R-I-S, and D. Annie Potts. All right, so that takes us to Steve, WDABQS. Bring it on.
Hey, Keith. Keith, we're just hanging out. It's a little chilly over at our house, but I understand it's going to be getting snowy this weekend, so I'm not looking forward to that either. Not looking forward to that at all. Yeah, I was doing some babysitting tonight, and I got kind of late. That's why I wasn't in here a little earlier. But we got the babysitting back, and Mommy's back watching her own kids now, so we're happy that got done. She got some exercising in while I was babysitting. So, at any rate, I'll go with Molly Ringwald also. And, yeah, sorry to say I'm old enough to remember that show also, or the movie, I should say. But, yeah, it was not a bad movie. But I wouldn't have guessed Molly Ringwald unless you had given her name in the multiple choices. So 73 for that, Keith. WDA back to net.
All right, Steve, very good. All right, that takes us down to N8RA. Bring it on, Artie.
It's N8RKA, Boy Scout.
Oh, I forgot to write the K down. I said it earlier, but I didn't write the K. All right, let's go to N8RKA. Artie, how are you tonight?
fine. No problem with that. And I ain't worried about the weather. I ain't worried about shoveling the driveway. I know someone that does a little bit of plowing. He comes over and does mine for me. And I want to say, Molly Ringwald, for your trivia question.
Okay, very good. You know what? I haven't cleaned my driveway once yet this year. I just drive over it. Nice thing having all-wheel drive. All right, that takes us down to the bottom of the list, unless our other two participants who are back in the background want to jump in and say something.
A recheck, please.
Okay, Steve, bring it on.
This is John, K-A-H-G-K-G. I was going to inquire, what was the correct answer to last week's trivia question?
You had it right. Shoot, I have to scroll back up and find that question. I don't remember what it was. You're the reigning champion twice in a row now. That was one with Trig, right?
Yes, it had to do with what determines impedance. Off the top of my head, it's Z equals the square root of R plus XL and XC squared, I believe is the formula. And that may not be exactly right, but you can look it up and see. Well, you can look it up in the book. You got the book there. But anyway, I was just curious. I wanted to make sure I got it right. Okay, thank you for that. I don't have anything else. Back to you. Back to Net, K-A-H-G-K-G.
Okay, no problem, John. There was Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You can rearrange that any way your mathematical technology wants you to do it, but that's the basic of it. All right, anyone else wishing to check in tonight? This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie, the Tuesday night Crooked River Amateur Radio Club 2-meter net.
Recheck.
Oh, bring it on, recheck.
Please repeat your trivia question.
Okay, that would be my delight to do that. This ham's name is probably known to jazz fans, but we all know his cute red-haired daughter from our many movies such as 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club. His name is Bob, and his call sign is K6YBV, Yankee Bravo Victor. But who do you think his daughter is? A. Ali Sheedy. Ali Sheedy. Boy, that one can get easily messed up. B. Molly Ringwald. C. Havlin Morris. And D. Annie Potts.
Okay, I'm going to go with Molly Ringwald.
Okay, I got you down for Bravo. All right, anyone wishing to check in? This is Whiskey Charlie Romeo Charlie.
Me down for the same thing.
Got you, Pat.
BQS for a recheck.
Now that's the C we know. KDA BQS, go ahead.
Yeah, Keith. Hey, listen, I just got a TID radio I ordered off of Amazon, and I got an email from TID Radio that they have a sale going on if you go to their website, anybody interested. It's the H3HT. It's 30-something bucks, and for half price, you get a second one. So it's like buy one, get one half off, just in case anybody's interested. Just thought I'd throw that out there in case there's somebody looking for a nice, cheap little radio. It's actually, I think it looks better, it feels better than the mouth bunks.
Okay, cool. You get one, buy one, get one. So if you mess up the printed circuit board on the first one, you got the second one, huh? Right?
Well, I don't know about messing it up, but it does 2 meters and 440, and I'm not sure if it does 220 or not. I haven't got it out quite out of the box yet, but it feels pretty good. So nice. And you get an extra battery too. There's 2 batteries with it, so might be worth, especially if you're new and would like to get into ham radio. That's kind of probably a nice way to go, and you get a backup, so you can keep one in the car and one in the house. W8BQS, back to net.
Oh, very good, Steve. Yeah, that's not only that, if you're new to ham radio, gives you a little kit building experience with soldering and such. I hope they're not surface mount. That wouldn't be too fun. All right, I'm going to try this again. Anyone wishing to check in to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club 2-meter net, please call Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie.
BQS again. Keith.
I didn't know it was a buy two, get one free night. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you said kit. This is not a kit. This is actually an HT.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said kit. Interesting. Okay. That makes soldering not a problem then, does it?
Right. It's a TID radio, TID radio, just in case you didn't copy that. That's why kit probably sounded like kit, so I just thought I'd throw that back at you. W8BQS.
Yeah, I think that was it. All right. Anyone wishing to check in, shake the bushes. Where's my stick at? So I can poke the bushes and see if anyone's in there. This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. Okay, hearing none, we'll go ahead and repeat the announcements and such. So, Pat, the floor is yours. Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie.
Okay, just to recap, next, not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday, we have Rocket Girl coming in on Zoom. This will be an in-person meeting. However, Zoom will be left open, so if you can't get to the meeting and want to join it, you're welcome to do so by way of Zoom. We'd much rather prefer you be in there, of course, because it's the fellowship thing and all that. Rocket Girl will be she's usually a pretty good talk. I won't say tremendous, but I think she's one of the better talks that I've ever been part of. March is Severe Weather Awareness Month. There will be the usual test during Weather Week. Marty and I will be doing a presentation the 5th of March. I think that's it, which is the first meeting of the month. That will entail how to check into your local nets, what information we're looking for, stuff like that to get everybody ready for the coming months. Skywarn training by the NWS is coming up April 19th or 16th. You have to sign up for that at sumcoaries.org. I think that was about it, unless I forgot something. But, any information is going to be available on our website. I'm going to put the Skywarn training in there shortly, so that should show up shortly. And of course, the usual Facebook social media feed that'll be there too. Back to net, and it'll keep it.
Okay, very good. Was there anything happening in May?
Yeah, that's going to be the pancake breakfast. That will be Memorial Day weekend, the Saturday of Memorial Day. That will actually be a hammer, that'll be a test also. If you come to this breakfast, you can come to the breakfast and if you're going to take the test, you get the breakfast for free. And just kind of call it breakfast with ham radio. Ham and radio, they go really good together. There is one other thing that I'm not going to announce quite yet, but we're talking about doing some sort of a ticket raffle, but there'll be more coming on that. We're hoping to get something going with that, or somewhere about the 1st of April. So you'll hear about it by then. And I'll keep you back tonight again.
Oh, very good. Pancake breakfast. That sounds awesome. I have to make sure I clear my calendar for that. All right. Don't take one last go around for check-ins. See if anyone's out there. Want to join in the action here? Please call Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie.
KNLRK, recheck.
Go ahead.
Just checking back in with KD8BQS Steve. What was the name of that site with regard to that radio, the HT, buy one, get one? Do you recall?
Yes, that was a TID radio site. I think it was a Valentine's Day deal. So that's what it is. It comes with 2 batteries, 2 battery clips, 2 antennas. It does the aircraft band, and 440 and 2 meters. And it's a small one. It's really tiny, but it's supposed to be 5 watts, and it's got some little extra features too that I haven't really ran across yet. But it's one of the newer versions of the TID radio. It's pretty good. I have a TID radio that does GMRS, and it's really pretty solid little radio. WD8BQS.
Okay, great. Many thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. KNLRK.
Very good. Thank you again, Steve, for the information there. I hope that took care of your question, George. All right. Anyone else out there wishing to check in, please give me a call. Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. All right. I drug my feet long enough. And preparing to close this net, I would thank all of you who took time to join us and check in tonight. Because without you, I'd be sitting here talking to myself. And all the scanner listeners out there, I'd like to thank you too. And if you'd like to join us, we have opportunities for giving the test. This is Keith, and my call is KA8BSA. It's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will give the I will repeat the trivia question and give you the answer. This ham's name has probably is known to jazz fans, but we know his cute red-haired daughter from our many movies such as 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club. His name is Bob, and his call sign is K6, Yankee Bravo Victor. Who do you think his daughter is? And the answer to that is Molly Ringwald. Everyone got it right tonight. Decided to give you one easy. All right. At this time, I will close the net with 11 check-ins, counting myself, and return the repeater back to normal and customary use. This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie, and I'm closing the net at 7:33 p.m. Thank you, 7-3s, and take care.
Great net. Great net, Keith. Great net.
Why, thank you.
Is it TID radio Tango India Delta?
Yes, that is correct. WD8BQS back.
Okay, I wondered about that. I'm going to have to go look at that. Never know when you're looking for stuff like that. I may tinker around with. I'd be willing to tinker. So we'll figure it out.
Roger, Pat. It might be. I don't know if it's unlocked or not for GMRS, but some of those radios you could do that to, and I haven't done it, but I think there was a YouTube video on how to unlock the bow things if anybody's interested. I don't know if it applies to the TID radios or not, but it looks like it's going to be. And it's a color display too, believe it or not.
I'm just amazed at it, though. I just happened to turn it on, and it's a color display. The manual that comes with it is in color. Shows you some pictures and stuff in it. And it's for 30-something bucks, and you buy a second one for 15 bucks. That's not bad.
Hey, I'm going there now to see if I can find it. D-R-A. I don't know how to spell D-I-O. Dot C. Well, let's go look at that.
Yeah, like I said, very good, Steve. You have to bring in the next meeting and do a little show and tell for us.
Hey, bad looking radio. A 10 water? Whoa.
No, this is the H3 I'm talking about, Pat. So don't. There is a 10 water they sell also, but that's not the one I'm talking about. WD8 BQS.
Yeah, look, oh, I see it here. $32.99.
Yeah, not bad for two batteries either. I thought 2 batteries, a drop-in charger, 2 antennas. I think one's for the aircraft band and the other one's for 2 meters, I believe, if that's correct. But at any rate, it's got a lot of pluses.
The next step up for $49 there is the H8 10 watt dual band. That looks pretty interesting too.
It wouldn't surprise me if it didn't have a Baofeng CPU in it.
Probably does.
Hey, here's the thing. I happen to be up at our favorite candy store up there in Talmadge, and one of the guys up there had a TID radio on his belt, and he said, "That's a good little radio." And it really felt solid. I mean, you know how some of these radios, they feel kind of chintzy, just real plasticky and almost hollow. But this thing's it's got some weight to it, and it's really tiny. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Kenwood. I think it was a F8 or THF6, I think it was. It's about that size, if you guys remember that.
That sounds like something I'd want to look at. They do have one that it's a BL1 wireless programmable adapter. Oh, that's not the radio I was looking at. It's an adapter for programming.
Oh yeah, Pat. Guess what? This does it's Bluetooth programmable through Bluetooth. You can actually use your cell phone to program the radio.
Oh, sweet. What do you think, Keith? Gonna go buy one?
I got enough Baofengs.
Not a Baofeng.
I bet you the CPU is.
Yeah, you never know. You can't really tell it from the look on the front of the screen is not, it doesn't look half bad.
No, it doesn't. Like I said, I have enough of the Baofengs, and some of them are tri-banders, and all of them go out of band anyhow.
By the way, as soon as you said, when you read that trivia question, as soon as you said Molly Ringwald, I equated that with Bob Ringwald, who was a jazz guy. I knew who that was.
Oh, you see the different colors. You can get the H8 in, black, green, crystal clear. You can get GMRS and the same ones too.
Yeah, more toys.
Hey, Keith, W8BQS. I just figured if one of the DX guys thought it was a nice radio, I would just put it out there. If it was another bow thing, I wouldn't have said anything. And it very well could be what Keith's saying. But it just doesn't feel like one, and it actually doesn't look like one either.
Well, I do have a one that does look like the bow thing with that name on it, and like I said, I would be surprised if it didn't have a different CPU in it.
Like I said, Keith, you might be right. It just doesn't look like it. Wouldn't put it past him.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna run up steps and say hello to my bride because she was came in just about the time we were getting ready to close the net from work or working out, and go have me a couple sloppy joes with some American cheese on them.
Sounds pretty good, Keith. I had a late supper myself.
We just had pot pies and mashed potatoes. That's pretty good. I like that dinner anyway.
She usually goes to a workout class and gets home about 8. So that ends up being a late dinner here at the BSA household.
That was you for part of that story.
I thought I was getting trampled on.
You see the foot mark on your forehead?
No, because my eyes don't go that way. I'd have to take them out and reverse them to see it, but I felt it.
I just found out it does FM radio and it also does aircraft band, so that's pretty neat. Like I said, it's a good one to throw in the glove box in the car. WD8BQS.
Well, that reminds me, I gotta charge up my Bio-NO battery that's out there running my 2-meter radio.
Not much on the antennas for the radar or the Doppler.
Like I said, I got the one put together. Maybe while I'm off the next 2 days here, I will see if I can get it working.
Let me know if you need help.
Okay, will do. I just may do a little bench test in here with an HT.
Well, if you turn that thing on and you can turn that calibrate button and have it move around, that means that box is probably working okay. You should almost be able to go 360 degrees with it. At least that's the way mine is, but with the calibrate knob.
Okay, I'll catch you. When I release this microphone, I'm stepping out of the ham shack, KABSA.
See ya. Keith. Far away would you have gotten if I didn't say, hey Keith.
I think he's gone, Pat. He said he was going to turn it off on his way out, on his way off the mic button.
Yeah, he says that, but he's there listening. You know that.
How the Boy Scout is.
See? I told you.
You're right. Yeah, oh, and if he's still there, it's got a light on it too, so it probably is a bow hung.
I love that guy.
hilarious. Yeah. Good guy. Yep. I just can't believe he's got all these little toys that I have. I really only have one bow thing, and that was just to see what it was like. And the price being what it was, I thought, what the heck, if it craps out, it's just a matter of throwing it in the round container and take it out with the garbage. But this one seems a little better. I'll bring it to the next meeting.
I think right now as it sits, I see 3, 4. I got 4, 5. I got 2 out there in the Fox line box, and I got a TYT for DMR. I got 6 HTs, 5 of them are both things. Plus I have a walk-on and one other one.
Just found something else out. It's got 2 push-to-talks, so you can have one set up for the upper, like 146.64, and you can have one of the other push-to-talk buttons set up for 440. 2 separate push-to-talks. So there's another thing it's got going for it.
Be a little confusing.
Wouldn't want to confuse you now, Pat.
Hey. What do you think of this guy, Steve? I get him going in FT8, and then all of a sudden, I just never hear the end of him.
Hey, I know. You know those guys they're grateful though, Pat. I know they are.
You're right, Steve.
See, I told you, Pat.
Oh, thank you. I just do it because I'm here.
You do it because you love everybody.
I love you like a pain in the...
Don't talk about my sister like that.
If nothing else, we entertain this repeater pretty well.
Somebody got to do it.
Pat, you ought to know, WD8BQS here. Is it hard to set up an HT through a laptop so you can do the digital stuff? I think that's what they do on Aries. They have check-ins with digital stuff, and I've never went through the process of doing that. Is that a hard setup, or is it not too bad?
Are you talking about setting up an HT that way?
Yeah, right. Is that doable, or do you have to have like a desk or home setup, regular rig?
You can you use chirp on most of these stuff to set the frequencies up. That's how you set the DMR. DMR is a little bit different because it takes a code plug, but it's not impossible to do. And most of that you just it's plug and play from a laptop.
Oh, okay. I think I heard. I think it was Ken was talking about doing checkups. They do check-ins rather before the net and the Aries nets on Monday, and I hear a lot of the teletype stuff going, the digital tones going back and forth, and the guys can check in with I guess digitally rather than FM.
Well, he told me last time I talked to him, which was about 6 months ago, that's what he was doing. And he said that they used the DMR for one part of the net, and then they go straight to, I think it's 444, 550, something like that. But they usually do the regular net there.
Well, okay. Must be the same frequency because I think I was on the net, the regular voice net frequency, and you could hear the tones going back and forth. At least it sounded like digital stuff being transmitted back and forth.
Well, the way that they do that is the DMR will move off frequency a little bit. It's still using more or less 550 or whatever, but it'll be like 537 dot something or other, and it's usually garbled because it's data transmission.
Right, that must be it. Okay. Well, listen, I'll let you go. I gotta get downstairs, and I went up here because the wife was watching TV, and I didn't want to bother her. So we'll go back down there and see if she's still on the couch and putting this puzzle together we've been working on for almost a week now. Watching TV and working on a puzzle. It's a good one, too, because it's got hardly any design on it. It's mostly just shades of brown and white. So it's kind of weird. At any rate, 73 Pat, appreciate it. And Keith, if you're still there, hi and bye. WD8BQS.
All right, Steve, have a good evening, sir. We will talk again shortly. And we'll be around in the afternoon if you need us. And 80QP.
try there, Pat. N8OQPKAAPSA.
Do what, Keith? N8OQP.
I said that was a nice try there, Pat.
Nice try.
Yeah, when I was leaving the ham shack, I heard you call me.
I heard you listening.
That's an interesting trick.
I'm an interesting guy. My wife thought that was funny.
You would, Flora.
All right, Mr. Keith, we're back.
I am too, kinda.
I guess Artie is maybe joining us too. You never know.
Speak of the devil.
He'll show up.
The devil? I'm an angel.
Who are you kidding? That halo's held up by two horns.
Not. I've been talking to my sister.
I'll be seeing my sister tomorrow.
My sister called me today. Usually she never does. When I call her, I have to yell at them both. That is so pleasurable when I can do that.
I hate these Facebook math quizzes.
when you know the order of operations.
Yeah, it's just, they get annoying sometimes. Some of them are just repeats of what's been on there for 2 or 3 weeks.
Making his round again. See, the conservative channel is quiet so far.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I don't know why this guy won't give me the report here.
Keys, are you RN2?
Because he can't find his eye patch and wooden leg.
You RN tonight too?
Hey, Mr. Boy Scout. You playing FTA too?
Actually, I am trying to put in the Atwater 220 repeater into my other radio.
Okay, okay.
multiplex frequencies for you to put in there too.
Now, probably the easiest way is, I don't know, email them to me.
You start at 223, 520, and go down to 400 every 20.
He's not acknowledging my report, but he sent me a report. I see somebody else is connected to him, that's why.
That could be.
Where y'all playing at?
Playing on 160.
Isn't it a little early for that?
No?
Oh, you say.
See if this dude answers me again. Maybe not. If I have transmit on. No, not that guy again.
Ted just got on 220.
What's on 220?
Ted.
About Pat and the Boy Scout.
Lost my W8CRC program. Where the heck did that icon go?
Program?
Another one of the ones that OneDrive wiped out?
Yeah, I made that all come back. But of course it all scrambled it up, so I don't know what's where.
Alright, Pat. Do I have Atwater correct It's on 224.1, and the transmit is 222.54.
Hang on a second, Keith, I got background noise.
Getting QRM.
Got my first 160 contact.
Oh, good for you.
Keith, did you hear me there?
No, all I heard is Art.
No, on 224. 224.140.
Oh, that could be a problem. I missed that 4. 40. There we go.
224.140. I just heard you key up. That was you.
Alright, let me save it to the radio here. Right to radio.
Ain't no QP on that one.
Huh?
224.140. I heard there ain't no QP on there. Yep.
I'm connected to Kix K1 CSX. Or CXS, yeah.
Is that 224.14? It's a repeater.
Last time I looked.
Oh, it's in my radio. It's a simplex.
It's a repeater.
It's a repeater.
You want to try it over there, Keith?
I called you over there.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear any audio.
Almost for chunking it.
That wasn't you?
No, that wasn't me. There's no PL, right?
Nope.
I don't think I'm getting into it too well.
somebody keying up on it. Is that a Boy Scout?
Hey, that's Eagle Scout to you.
Master Eagles, Master Boy Scout.
Something they're not doing with this FT8 that I wish they would.
What's that, Pat?
It says DXCC for the, if it's somewhere in the United States, it ought to at least have the state that it's in. HI5RMO. RMQ. No, is that HI8? Who the heck's that?
Dominican Republic, come on.
Where are we going?
Equally you on.
Son of a gun, I do hear a little activity on 160 meters this time of day.
Me? I said I done a good thing.
Dominican Republic.
I told you.
Just went arg. Okay, 73, thank you.
I ain't even got the arg on this one. I'm still transmit number 1 spot.
that groovy sound again. I'd like to know how to do that.
What kind of sound that be?
Sounded like somebody farted.
Sound like that groovy squelch tail that police have.
Oh.
There it is.
Don't encourage them.
I got a signal point from the VE2 station. I sent him a signal report. Now I'm waiting for the... What am I waiting for now, Pat?
Hard.
Roger.
I got a W8CRC.
What band?
The top band.
Oh, wait, I don't see the Boy Scout on the top band. Now the guy went to a CQ.
We're hitting KC9DK.
What's funny here, Keith, when it's transmitting, it flashes these three little letters says S, W, and R.
Oh, your SWR's a little high, huh?
A little bit. It's funny, this is a 160 meter antenna I'm on.
I don't know. I'm using a random wire and my Kenwood tunes up to it.
Got an 857 that I'm using right now, and I don't have an antenna tuner on it. Put one on the other day, and it knocked out my program.
Whoops. Sounds like you had something hooked up wrong. Oh, I'm using my Kenwood TS590 and with I think it's about 12 meter long random wire, and it's tuning in. I interface the Alinco random wire tuner to it, and it transmits just fine.
Nice. Yeah, the antenna I'm using is a Carolina Wyndham 160 Spatial.
Maybe you should put an analyzer on it.
Oh, my analyzer's still in the repair shop.
You analyzed it too much, huh?
Yeah, there was a one of the items on there kind of got messed up, and That's what happened to it.
Well, that sucks. Well, you have to get it out of the repair shop and use it.
Yeah, I know. I've been asking the repairman. I asked your repairman about it the other day. I think I'm going to give up on this guy.
I only worked at one station. All the rest of them must be already in the log.
Now, I worked VE2, GCE. I got a signal report, but it didn't give me the Roger, 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 so that's not in the log, huh?
Probably not.
Hey, just checking.
If you get to the point that that's happening, if you look at the bottom where it says log QSO, it'll put it in the log.
Oh, it will?
Yeah.
Just learned something new today.
And who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? K-A-8-B-S-A.
You don't keep it.
N8RKA. Oh, just got me another 160.
Nice.
I have one of those LDG tuners. It's an AT100 Pro tuner. It does 125 watts from 160 to 6 meters.
I never realized just how many 160-meter contacts I have on FT8.
I have 3 now.
Well, let me put it to you this way. You need 460 more to catch up. Yeah, I just can't quite bring up the Atwater machine. That's what I'm thinking. I need to get it up on the chimney where the 2-meter Ringo Ranger is.
Probably be different up there. 220 isn't like this band. It's got a bunch of reflections and everything else, so it's not as easy to get very far on.
So you're saying in the middle of the backyard just won't work?
Nope. You're in the middle of the backyard, up 30 feet it would.
Man, I got responded by the seller.
Well, what'd he say?
Hello. I apologize for the inconvenience. The mail has been dropped to the post office, but not sure why it not display update. Should be in processing. If anything lost, please let me know. I will take care of it. Best regards.
Yeah, it's pretty much the response I got on that box that I sent. It took 5 months to get here.
And then eBay responded, "We're sorry to hear that you didn't receive your item. We have asked the seller to respond to your request." And it says, "Your purchase is covered by eBay money back guarantee. If your request is not resolved, you can ask us to step in and help beginning February 15, 2025.
I'll save the email.
Email saved.